Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Shelter. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the newest version earlier, then you can go to Patreon, which is $5 a month, $50 a year. So, on the last Let's Play, Max was fixed due to Luke's human magic. But we're still under attack, at which point we're saved by the not magic, but mysterious wolf with the eye patch, whose name is unknown because he's mysterious, and he used shadow magic to bring us far away, because his one job was to save Akri's other half. But then at least currently the main character, Max, now was like, well, I don't want everybody's deaths to be on my mind, also don't want dead good boys, so we're going to go back to save Shelter. At which point the mysterious wolf is like, dude, I just brought you here to save Akri's other half. And at which point Max is like, Akri's other half, it could have meant Luke. And mysterious wolf is like, no, you go over there. But yeah, and we'll never see him again. But also, Akri turned into a monster. At which point, we're like, don't worry. We'll take care of Shelter. You can rest. At which point, Akri turned into dust. And we acquired armor. But now, time to reset our face. And save Shelter. Run. Run, you old dog. Let out your final breath for me. This will be Healer versus Clausum. I turn through the winding corridors, trying to lose the blessed cat. Also, I should probably have this thing on screen, because unlike pretty much any other visual novel, Shelter's unique in the fact that it has QuickTime events. However, my legs and lungs aren't what they used to be. My mature age and decades of daily smoking have finally caught up to this poor old me. Nobody can outrun time. And there's no way I can outrun the crazy Siamese. Where the hell did they even come from, those blasted cats? Are the kids okay? I saw the younglings getting hurt by his conjured blades when they tried to protect me, but he didn't actually finish them, right? No dead puppies. Swear to God. He just left them bleeding, and he made me run. Is he getting a kick out of it? What a creep. But I can't do this much longer. Every breath hurts. Every beat of my mature heart flushes out last bits of strength from my blood and burning muscles. I mean, maybe we won't need that. Though, we did a save, right? Okay, we did. I hobble through the corridor of glass doors and walls. I pass a covered room, smelling intimately of the human and someone else. A dachshund. It must be Max, right? Of course. Luke's. Max were lovers, right? Oh yeah, I forgot that when people turn into monsters, they forget. That's why Max was forgetting, but then that doesn't explain why the mysterious wolf wasn't forgetting. I don't know. Those thoughts are so muddled in my head right now. I don't... What's up, doggy? Finally ran out of steam? Remember, the moment you go down, I go back for the others. I stumble on my feet and lean up against a glass wall, gasping with a breath as loud and sharp as a saw cutting wood. Oh, I miss my trusty walkie cage so. I feel the wind pull and blast from the cat's direction. That's what happens every time that relic is used. I lunge to the side and manage to avoid a barrage of sharp stone blades flying at me. but I myself stumble and fall to the floor. The corridor is long, and we're on the opposite ends of it. The Siamese takes his time, walking slowly in my direction. He holds no weapon in his hands, but magic constantly cracks around him, each of those sparks threatening another sharp projectile. It hurts. My whole body. The blades he threw at me lie just a few steps from me, shining menacingly. At the snap of his finger, he can skewer me with 50 more of those at once. I think I can run one more time. One last sprint. Maybe I'll find someone who can help me. But I know I won't. Not this time. I spent my whole life in cozy obedience, letting others carry me up and forward in life. Oops, sorry. Even now, to the very end, I can do nothing but wait for others to save me. I should just lie down and let him end it. If it's some sick entertainment he wants, I could deprive him of that at least. But no. With the very last of my strength, I stand up, not to fight, but to run away for the final stride. He laughs as I take a next step, and another, and then I hear a call. Where's it coming from? The walls are so thick, nobody can hear my howl outside the room, even if I shouted at the top of my lungs. And yet, I can hear it, not with my ears, but with my heart. My good old heart. I take as deep of a breath as I can, feeling my lungs with burning pain. I call back. That's pathetic. Nobody's gonna come for you. How about you just lie down and beg instead? Come on, puppy. Beg. Beg for mercy. I see. I see. What do you see, you demented old geezer? I look towards the blade on the floor, and I pick it up. Oh, so you chose to die fighting in the end? That's fun too. I wonder if this is a thing where if he activates it and that thing throws it, the gust of wind's going to carry it at him. I turn toward one of the control panels on the wall. Without being aware of what I'm doing exactly, I press the buttons in sequence. The gates at the ends of the corridor fall down and lock with a number of locks. Lock with a number of locks? Okay. Completely separating us from the rest of the shelter. All of the doors to the glass rooms close and seal off with a long hiss too, as well as the ventilation outlets. The air grows completely still. Heh, you think you're gonna bury both of us sitting here alive? Is that your plan? How pointless. Even if I can't open the doors, the others will figure something out. We have the human. I'll just sit down and wait for them to eventually find me. And I'll drink your blood to survive if I have to. I hear that's actually pretty bad for you because it's like there's high iron content, so that would be, not good. My heart beats so fast, I'm afraid it's about to pop. But our connection, it steals me for what I have to do. The blade at hand, I rush the cat. He looks at me in disbelief. Then, a mocking grin curls in a smile. Shelter tech. Blades of bandage of holding. Bandage holding has been destroyed. I guess it has something to do with air. What? Why didn't it activate? It may seem like the bracelet conjures things out of thin air, but if your blades possess physical mass, then they must be built out of something real. Every time you felt a gust of wind during its use, it actually connected with the land outside through the air. That's where it took its materials from. I cut your connection to the outside by sealing this room, and the bracelet couldn't penetrate shelter's walls while it was active. That's why your tech didn't work. Why did I have to destroy the thingy? Thank you, Max. For letting me stay with you pups just a bit longer. Get him a shift a bit. Run, you fools, to Morrisburg. Whiff! Wait, to reset this? My face? They're a bit closer. But they're still there. Sir Burry, and Rumoon, and the Shepherd. They're fighting the enemy, right? We can fight too. No, they're holding them off for us, so you can escape. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain. It's all your fault in the first place. Whiff. And what's exactly you're going to go back and... But that's why we're going to go back and repent. But not you. You have to survive. Alfie. Guys. Let them fight. Whiff. It is their shelter. It's not right for you to force them out. You, out of all people, should know that. Ewu? Don't worry, they aren't going to be a burden. The moment we lose people, we lose unity, our greatest strength, as canines. Just like we lost it, when we gave up on you. Oof. I'm sorry too. My heart sinks as the white tiger grabs Gus by the tail and shatters him against the metal column, spraying ice across the room. Oh, one of the mana wolves. In a fury, I thrust my mana-charged fist into the exposed shoulder, making the flesh and bones explode in a bloody mess. However, before I can react, retracting my hand, it's being pushed out by the tissues, reassembling themselves almost instantly. I jump away, narrowly avoiding the tiger's claws. Burry Tangleroot versus Tonitrus. What's up, big boy? Uwu. Out of tricks already? Out of your little ice puppets? Indeed, I'm afraid so. We tried overpowering the cat with my pure strength and the assets of my brothers, but her enemy strength is on par with mine, on top of having the advantage of the bright collar. I know that the relic's regenerative power isn't perfect. It cannot regrow amputated body parts on the fly. I tried to take advantage of that. What are we talking about anyways? Amputated body parts? Anyways. But the tiger has mastered the collar to such proficiency that none of my attacks managed to dismember him in time before he heals back completely. There is only one last thing I can aim for. Break the collar itself. Sever the spine at the neck. Or destroy the brain. Okay, those are technically 3 options, but each of them depends on reaching the exact same most protected and unreachable part of his body. He is very well aware it is in his best interest to protect the unfair advantage. Sorry. It's reading yawns. Give me a break. Given to him by the relic. I may land a hit or two, but my fighting style is definitely not meant for prolonged struggles. Also, it's 11 o'clock here, at night. The tiger's body is built for both power and endurance, and the bright color completely nullifies all of his weaknesses. Right now, he's invincible, and it's only a matter of time before my own strength runs out before his. You would think that stamina might also be a problem, but I don't know. You know, for even with people with the collar on the neck, or that, you know, I'm not sure if it has its own stamina or mana reserves, or if it takes the user's reserves. Anyways, but I can't back down. Lucas counted on me. Even if I have to sacrifice my own life to give him a mere one more minute to act his plan out, I shall gladly become a stepping stone on his path to greatness. We ran at each other, exchanging blows and slashes with furious barks and roars, each of us absorbed by burning of the opponent's mana before it can be stolen by shelter. My fists become even more destructive with the infusion of feline mana. He, however, used my own racial power to predict my movement better. Suddenly, the tiger twists his heel, dodging my mana crackling uppercut, as he follows up with a rib-breaking roundhouse kick at my side. He sends me slamming against the clutter of the room, and right at the metal wall at the opposite side of the room. I groan in pain as I fall to my knees. The big cat huffs in excitement and bloodlust as all the numerous wounds across the different parts of his body patch up in a matter of seconds. The Upper Pride thanks you for your contribution, Sir Burry Tangleroot. The tiger rushes me with bloodshot eyes, going in for the kill. I can still muster enough strength to stand up and fight. I'm determined to fend him off for as long as my body lasts. I am no stranger to pain or death. After all, that is exactly the contribution he speaks of. Pain and death. To the innocents. To my own brothers. And even though I'm not that dog anymore, the consequences of my old life still spread wide. Sorry, really guys, it is late. To the people and places far beyond my reach. To the people like these poor bastards. I really feel bad when I do that, where it's like, here's this action scene. These guys hide each other. It's like, I don't want it to look bad on the game, because it's like, I'm excited, I want to know what happens, but it's also like, it is late, but I want to play. Bah! And Max. I leap to the side, with the tiger's claws raking through the metal wall just an inch above my ears. I land on my hands and push myself away from the enemy with such strength and dexterity as if I were a cat myself. The connection, the voice. Max. What about him, huh? I see. What are you blabbering about? Why are you looking at me like that? Stop that. It's creepy. I leap at the tiger. He hesitates, but ultimately rushes back at me with the loudest roar I have ever heard him let out. Just one hit. That's all it will take. He swipes at me with his fully extended claws. He's learned that I always spend a lot of my effort avoiding those. He's just scared about what I'm about to do. He tries to put me back on the defensive. I wonder if it's like a strike to the heart or something. But I know I don't have to hold back anymore. I throw my open hand to meet his, inviting his claws to skewer all the way through my flesh on my palm, so I can lock his fingers with mine. He swipes his other hand at mine, and I can't avoid him slashing across my snout, making the inside of my sensitive nose bleed. But I do not care about that wound. Or maybe it's like if we're connected, we also get healing. I'm not sure. I jerk his locked arm upwards, breaking his wrist and releasing a charge of feline mana out of his wound, which I instantly absorb and burn it into the ethereal patterns of Max's fighting style, eyeing the underside of my enemy's exposed elbow. Feline Claw to Fang style. Ooh, Firethorn, that face right there. I jam my fingers at the soft, sensitive nerve in his elbow, right between the bones. My claws crack and break as I pour all of my feline magic into that one spot in one instant burst. A strong kick pushes me away from the tiger. His claws rip through the flesh and bones of my hand before I finally land back on the floor, a few feet away from him. You asshole! That spot hurts like when you poked it, even without feline firethorn. But that's nothing. That technique doesn't even pierce the skin. It's just stupid, annoying, persistent magic pain. And, oh, am I good with pain. There's nothing you can do to defeat me. Watch, as with the powers of feline and ancestors combined, we stand invincible. Shelter Tech. Bright Collar. The collar lights up with magic, as his broken wrist snaps back into place and heals up with no effort. He steps towards me, with destructive magic of the felines shining across the surface of his sharp, long claws. I can almost see it. The glow. Its color. It's like the sun on a vast blue sky, rising to eclipse me. Yes, you're correct. It's nothing but pain, but it does not actually leave a wound. But your collar is unaware of that. Huh? The tiger's arm twitches. He tries to move it, but he's taken back to find that it does not act like it should. Spasms again. The lump of flesh grows under skin of his elbow. Then another, and another. His fingers swell, skin loosens across his forearm, and fills up with more flesh. The pain and the body horror only grows. A tech does not know what the wound actually is. It fully depends on the feedback from its wearer's nervous system. The pain. The agents were mighty, but not flawless. Neither was their technology. And this is, for instance, what happens when the collar pours all of its energy into healing a wound that does not even exist. The tremors start spreading across his chest. He tries to reach for his neck, but the charges have already progressed so much they can't even bend his arm far enough. His snout devolves into a chain of rasp huffing in his bloating throat as fingers fail to reach his neck. He falls to the floor, paralyzed. I stand over and observe him calmly. Curiously, I wonder, what kind of death will put an end to him first? Suffocation? Organ failure? Or is he gonna pop like an overfilled cyst from all that flesh straining against the skin? I take a deep breath, sigh, and close my eyes. As I bend down, I caress the collar with my fingers. Bright Collar has been destroyed? Really? You didn't have to do that. I'm not that kind of dog anymore. You could have just unhooked it. He falls unconscious, but still alive and breathing. I mean, do you think he's in any decent state? You look like a pile of stuff. So, you have Bastion too, Max. The radiance of his greatness. Max. Max is here, and he can speak now. What do you mean? He's always been a good leader. No, earlier before he... Yeah, I guess you're right. What was I even saying? Max, they're bandits inside shelter. The eternal winter knots. Some of them are on our side, but even more are not. And I swear, I saw cats. Real cats. Bark, 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 bark. What should you do, Max? You always have a plan. So, this is how it works, huh? Whenever a person fades away, our minds make sense of things in the past of least resistance. Just like Rune mistook General Gunner as his dad. Now, they see the defining concepts of Akri and me. It's so messed up. Max? The Windknots are still our people. They're just hurt. Alfie and the other guys will make them see reason. You have to go back there and help them make sure none of those dogs succeed in doing anything that they would later grow to regret. Don't you think you're being naive? That's not like you. Maybe it's naive, yeah. But that is in fact exactly who I am. Ooh. Oh, I feel like since the last two ones have been a bit short, we can go a bit longer. As I try to peek my head from behind the control desk, I barely dodge another dagger thrown at me. Darn it! I just want to not. Rainmoon versus Magnus. Fight. We're supposed to gang up on the cats one after another, but the damn cheetah led me away from Burry and Cooper, and now... Oh wait, right, there's Cooper. Bugger. Oh well. I guess we're just gonna have to call it here, unfortunately, because if it was just Rune, then we could have done it. Actually, I'm gonna hold off here just in case it's like... I mean, it's not penises, but still, it's like... We could save it. But yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have all the time in the world. And we'll just save these for another time. So, please comment, because I like comments. Tell me what you like, dislike, tips, or otherwise. If you like my YouTube and likes it grow, then please like, subscribe, and share the rest of it grow. And please remember to make new animals to help control the pet population. And if you're interested in playing this game, it's available for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the newest version earlier, you can go to Patreon, where it's $5 a month, $50 a year. And yeah, until next time, another Let's Play. Bye me, GamerWolfSix of Shoto. So thanks and see ya.